Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you all for being here for today's rededication ceremony to the Prince George's County Police Department's Fallen Heroes Memorial. Before I begin, I want to take a minute to thank my executive command staff and my support staff. They have been tremendous during these uncertain times, during our transition to the new police headquarters, as well as during the change of command. We're here to rededicate the monument that has been refurbished and relocated to honor the enormous sacrifices of our fallen heroes. But before I discuss the present, I'd like to discuss the past. In 1990, then Chief of Police David Mitchell had a vision of creating a fallen officers memorial to honor the men and women of the Prince George's County Police Department that paid the ultimate sacrifice. He obtained the funding necessary to accomplish this and recruited the services of Mr. John Mulliken of Indian Art to design the memorial. It was originally placed in the courtyard of the Police Services Complex on Marlboro Road. On the base of the memorial are bronze plates with each fallen officer's name. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to give credit where credit is due. Back around 2007, then Hank Stawinski, which was a captain assigned to the Planning Research Division, was tasked with finding future locations to support the growth of the Prince George's County Police Department. This location was selected as a future home of Prince George's County Police Headquarters. The buildings that comprise the Police Services Complex would serve as the new police headquarters, and as planning took place for the exterior grounds, careful consideration was given as to where the fallen officers' memorial would be placed. In June of this year, we finally moved to our new headquarters facility. And once we were moved in, it was determined that it was time to move forward with moving the memorial. Deputy Chief Jackie Raftery took on this task and contacted Chief Mitchell to assist with this endeavor. Chief Mitchell again sought the services of Mr. John Mulliken. During the process, it was determined that a new granite base would be created to raise the memorial to give it the importance it deserves. With the help of our donors, the grant became a reality. I'd like to take a moment to identify those individuals. Prince George's Crime Solvers, Mr. Randall Williams. Prince George's Police Foundation, Mr. Mike Errico. Maryland Concerns of Police Survivors, Maryland Cops, Mr. Tom Jensen, on behalf of Sue Nickerson. Prince George's Retirees, Mr. Milton Crump, and FOP 89, Lieutenant Angela Consoli. And we'd like to thank them for stepping in as the fiduciaries of this project. The location in the circle was selected so that it could be easily seen by all who enter Police Services Complex as a reminder of the tremendous sacrifice that our fallen heroes have made. When police officers are sworn in, they take an oath to protect and serve their community. I can recall being sworn in over 26 years ago and the overwhelming sense of duty and pride that I felt. I can also painfully recall the occurrences surrounding each fallen officer during my years of service. Most of us will agree the most valuable parts of this profession is the closeness and camaraderie that develops between officers. We quickly become extended family. We show up for each other, ready to lend a helping hand. We risk our life to protect each other, as well as the residents of Prince George's County. We are brothers and sisters who stand side by side as we face dangerous people in unpredictable situations. And we support each other and love one another when those needs are needed most. Since taking over as the interim chief of police, we have had 5 instances where officers were attacked. 4 of those were by way of gunfire and one was with a knife. I made it a point to call each of these officers, and the one thing I heard repeatedly was their surprise in the response from not only the command staff, but members of this agency and retired members of this agency, lending their offers of support and just letting them know that they're being thought about, that they're being prayed for, and that they're there if they are ever needed. And again, this was reiterated by each of these officers, just how appreciative they were of everyone reaching out. So we stand here today to honor the extraordinary lives of our fallen brothers of the Prince George's County Police Department and to rededicate our commitment to ensure that their sacrifices will never be forgotten. These officers paid the ultimate sacrifice in order to protect and serve this community. Each of these fallen heroes left behind families, friends, squad members, and an agency that was profoundly impacted by their death. I'd like to take a few moments to read a poem, A Hero's Welcome by Robert Longley. Time to come home, dear brother, your tour of duty through. You've given as much as anyone could be expected to do. Just a few steps further, the smoke will start to clear. Others here will guide you. You have no need of fear. You have not failed your brothers. You clearly gave it all. And through your selfless actions, others will hear the call. So take your place of honor among those who have gone before, and know you will be remembered for now and evermore. As each of us enters Police Plaza, may this memorial serve as a reminder of the sacrifices made by our fallen heroes and how precious and vulnerable life is. So before I end, what I would like to do is recognize, and I should have done this in the beginning, but it's at the end of my speech, is Chief David Mitchell, Mr. John Mulligan, and is Mr. McGaw here? He's not here. Mr. McGaw. What I'd like to do is I'd like to present a Chief's Award to someone who really made a lot of this possible. I'll call her Tenacious J, Tenacious Jackie. During the planning process and build out of these two buildings, she stayed on top of these projects, and the results are absolutely magnificent. This truly shows the professionalism of the Prince George's County Police Department. And again, her willingness to step up and to take on the project of relocating the memorial, and also her willingness to volunteer, even though she is going to be soon retired, to continue overseeing the police memorial. Excuse me a second. So the Chief's Award reads, in recognition of the professionalism and outstanding performance you displayed over the past several years while leading the designs and construction of two multi-level buildings that comprised Police Plaza. As a direct result of your tireless efforts and meticulous attention to the many facets of this massive undertaking, in October 2019, a state-of-the-art building for the new District 8 station, Criminal Investigation and Special Investigation Divisions was delivered. Your diligence culminated on June 30th, 2020, when 8801 Police Plaza, Upper Marlboro, Maryland, became the official new home of police headquarters for the Prince George's County Police Department. In addition to your loyal and faithful service to ensure no man was left behind, that was displayed when you personally secured funding to have the department's most sacred Fallen Heroes Memorial Monument restored and prestigiously positioned in the circle of Police Plaza. This monument will continue to honor and serve as a daily reminder to everyone of those that gave the ultimate sacrifice in service. Lastly, being one not to leave anything undone, you graciously volunteered your time to see the completion of the department's first museum, despite having retired from the department. To you, we entrusted the honor and integrity of the force. You served honorably, faithfully, and never wavered the path of duty. We are forever grateful for your dedication and pursuit of excellence. On behalf of the current and future men and women of the Prince George's County Police Department, we thank you and salute you. Chief's Award. And lastly, I'd also like to present her with our agency seal. There you go. Hey, once again, I want to thank everybody for attending the rededication ceremony. Thank you very much.